Okay, so I just saw a quick overview of a controller featured at NAMM 2016. The video is courtesy of Digital DJ Tips. The controller's name is the Smithson Martin KS32. 32-inch 10-point multi-touch MIDI controller with multiple skins. Basically, I'm going to show you why this will work, how it won't work, and my alternative.
Stay on my grind, man, I'm doing my damn thing.
It's a nerd, it's a lame, it's the technical swag DJ.
Before it's all said and done, I just want to say that Smithson Martin is a great company. They've made wonderful strides in the industry of digital DJing. I really like their holographic display stuff where the DJ can be DJing and you can see what he's doing on the display. But that being said, sometimes feedback is good to have, you know, and I'm just giving my feedback about the Smithson Martin KS32. The first thing I want to address is the price tag.
What's the price and what's the availability on this?
So the price on this map is at $24.99.
What?
$24.99.
What?
$24.99.
Okay!
Actually, for $2,500, I could buy the DJSX, 2 Behringer 15s, a Behringer sub, Behringer speaker stands, a fog machine, some DJ lighting, and a carrying case. Okay, so the next obvious thing to cover is the size. If you have a 32-inch TV around your house, then you kind of get the idea of how big it is. Also, it sits at a slant inside of its fixture. You kind of get a side view of it a little bit. It's massive. There's a number of programs I could use that with. Reason, Ableton, you know, in the studio. But I can't really see myself trying to take that out with me. The whole thing about the future is portability and functionality. The next thing I want to talk about is multi-touch skins. All of them suck. And I'm going to tell you why. Because virtual knobs are not efficient when you're trying to mix. When you're getting down and gritty into your mix and you're all over the place, you do not have time to fool with a touchscreen knob. I have no interest in trying to fool with little knobs on a touchscreen surface. It makes no sense. Alright, so now that I've covered how I feel so far about the Smithson Martin KS32, I'm going to show you what I use. It's a Nabi Tablet, Big Tab 20 HD, 16:9 resolution, Tegra 4 inside, 2 gigabytes of RAM, Android 4.4.2. Now, I did root it, and I basically eradicated everything Nabi off the tablet. And when I'm using it for production or DJing, I'm freezing a lot more apps like Google Play services, Google Play Store, and YouTube. The tablet is running minimal apps and it's running really efficiently and fast. I put Nova Launcher on there, fast transitions, no animations. The device only weighs about 10 pounds. It's really lightweight and it's really portable. You know, you can also take the metal stand that it comes with. You can hang it on the wall if you wanted to. The next thing is the durability. That's why I thought a kid's tablet was the best choice for me, because it's made for kids. It's got the that hard plastic that most of you set your DJ equipment on. Now, I'm just gonna show you real quick. Let's show you Virtual DJ. This is Virtual DJ Remote. Now, this is the default skin for 8, and like I said, you can utilize almost any skin you want to. I haven't ran into a skin that I couldn't use yet, but I do have my favorite skins. As you can see, everything is very touch friendly. Your buttons, your sliders, everything on here is very touch friendly. You know, I think even now you get to see the waveform going across the screen on the Virtual DJ Remote app, which I love. Browser functions really well. Everything's really awesome. So I'll do a full review on Virtual DJ Remote a lot later. But for now, I'm gonna stick to the function, which is what I actually bought the Nabi Tab 20 for. And that is TouchOSC. So let's kill that app in the background. Let's open up TouchOSC. Now this layout is called Look at My Big Jogs on My Big Nabi. It's got huge platters on it, huge jog wheels. Of course, the main platter is for scratching and cueing. It's touch sensitive, so when I touch it, the record stops. When I let go, the record starts. I don't notice any lag at all, okay? The inner wheel here is for pitch bending. So if you want to nudge the track up, speed it up a little bit, or nudge it back down, slow it down a little bit, you can. The center button is a play button, and it also blinks to the beat, to the phase. Now at the top row here, what you have is your effects panel 1 and effects panel 2. Now if I press a button, it initiates that effect. That effect is on. So if this is ice verb, it's on right now. And when I move it up, it turns ice verb up. And when I move it side to side, it turns delay down or delay up. So it's a multi-function XY pad. Now, I can hit all of these at one time and play with all 3 of the buttons and effects in effects units 2 and 1 at the same time. So that's 6 effects possibilities that I have right there. Also, we have the filter control. You also have your slip mode buttons right here. You have your cut buttons. So if the fader's over here, I hit cut, and that will switch to this side. I'll hear what's going on over here, and then I'll let go. These are your headphones. Turn your headphone cueing on, bass, mids, and trebles, and notice how it's all sliders. I don't have any knobs here because I can't utilize knobs, but if I have sliders, I can control my treble. I can control a couple effects too at the same time and just create a whole nother thing. Now these buttons over here, they're my kill switches. Highs, mids, lows, bass, I can hit kill. Now the itch here is another form of scratch. I can scratch with this too. I can just grab it and start scratching. It's something I was tinkering with, and I'll explain that in another video that I do about scratching on touchscreens. You also have your pitch. If you're not a big sync fan, you can actually pitch things yourself to lock your records into the right tempo, adjust your tempos, your loop buttons, plus and minus, really simple. Effects units 1, effects units 2, and here we go. You can cut them on and off just like that. I think I labeled that wrong though. I need to change that. Right here you got your cues, your hot cues basically, and you can delete your hot cues with that button right there, just like on this side. You have 5 hot cues, programmable, which is good enough for me. Now this is for decks A and B, and then you can go on to deck C and D, and as you see, it's got different colors, so I know from the color. Now this one is more focused on your jog wheels. I prefer big platters, so that's what I did. Basically your jogs, your tempo bend just like that, tempo slider, pitch adjustment right here, and your filters right here. So you get a lot of play in your filters. I wanted more play in my filters so I could get more resolution, I guess, out of it. Full functionality of my pads. I do have my cues. I got my loops in there, my sync, my rewind button, your phones, your delete buttons, and then I have 2 XY pads for each effects unit. So, and then you have 3 hot cues right here, and of course you're selecting, to set effects units 1 and effects units 2 on each respective deck. There's deck C and D, and this is the new layout for my effects. And basically you have your hot cues up here, A and C, kind of like the layout in Tractor, B and D on this side. Your assignments for the effects right in the middle there, your view button, your delete for the cues, and your pads are even bigger, more resolution, so you can get more exact with the focus of the sound. Filters down here on the bottom, and they're big, plus your EQs, your loop buttons. I got a lot of functions in this one page. And here we go. Once again, we're doing the 4-deck layout. I made the jogs a little bit bigger. So that's what it is. If you want to see videos of me playing with this kind of technology, DJing this kind of technology, subscribe.
Stay on my grind, man, I'm doing my damn thing.